Be kind to yourself. Make a choice. Continue living your life feeling muddled in this abyss of self-misunderstanding, or you find your identity independent of it. You push for colorblind casting. You draw your own box. You introduce yourself as who you are, not what color your parents happen to be. If we treated ourselves as well as we treated our best friend, can you imagine? Reflecting on where I came from helps me to appreciate and balance what I have now. When I was 11, I saw this ad for dish soap powder that said, "Women all over America are fighting greasy pots and pans." I was so angry. I couldn't understand why it didn't say men as well. I think so much of what we learn when we get older is being comfortable in our own skin and learning what looks good and not being so trend-centric. Some women are able to wake up looking effortlessly chic, as though a bevy of fashion fairies twisted their low-lit locks into a messy chin while they slept. They choose a frock from their exceptionally curated closet and leave a trail of custom fragrance and perfection in their wake.
I like it when a man puts thought into the kind of restaurant we're going to. That doesn't mean it needs to be fancy. Some of the best meals of my life have been having a taco on a street corner.
There is nothing like a hair flip. For dinner parties, I love making an easy sciappino using shrimp, mussels, clams, and a hearty fish that won't fall apart easily. I'm a sucker for a compliment. Be able to delegate, because there are some things that you just can't do by yourself. It's really important that young women be reminded that their involvement matters and that their voice is heard. Even if it feels like it's small, it really can make an impact. You have to take care of yourself so that you can manage the workload of a very, very full plate. I love the opportunity to get properly dressed up. I've worn 3 Lanvin dresses, and they've all been a dream. They're so well made, with the most beautiful craftsmanship. I don't tend to go with things that are ornate, just beautifully made pieces and some classic jewelry. Let the work speak for itself. I love that. Who you are as a person will only be amplified once you are famous. So if you had a good heart, then I would imagine you'll have the same good heart, but the means to do even more with it. I've never wanted to be a lady who lunches. I've always wanted to be a woman who works. Some have bravely shared their stories. They have opened the door, knowing that when one person speaks truth, it gives license for all of us to do the same. We have learned that when people ask how any of us are doing, and when they really listen to the answer, with an open heart and mind, the load of grief often becomes lighter for all of us. In being invited to share our pain, together we take the first steps toward healing. Women need a seat at the table, they need an invitation to be seated there, and in some cases, where this is not available, they need to create their own table. We need a global understanding that we cannot implement change effectively without women's political participation. You are enough just as you are.